Okay, anytime you're given a partial amount, because it's partial, you want to actually divide. So what we're going to do is you always want to do the total divided by the percentage. So, and I'm so sorry, I just said total and I meant partial. You want to do the partial amount divided by the percentage. Let me write that out here. Partial amount divided by the percentage. Okay, so a book sold 31,600 copies in its first month of release. Suppose this represents 8 and 6/10% of the number of copies sold to date. How many copies have been sold to date? Round your answer to the nearest whole number. Well, the part of the copies that have been sold are 31,600. You're going to divide by the percentage. Okay, but when you're dividing by a percentage, you have to remember to get rid of the percent sign, you're going to move the decimal 2 places to the left, and if there are any holes, you're going to put a 0. So you're dividing by 0.086. So when you do that, you get 367,441.8. But you can't have a 0.8 a part of a book that you're going to sell. You got to sell the whole thing. So you want to round it to the nearest whole number, which is in front of the decimal. So we're going to decide if that one goes up or stays. Well, if the number after it is 5 or larger, it goes up. So instead of 367,441, your answer is going to be 367,442 books, or let's say copies of the books that have been sold. In a recent year, 27.3% of all registered doctors were females. There were, okay, the number that's not the percent, that's your partial amount. 58,800 female registered doctors that year. What was the total number of registered doctors? So we're going to divide by the percentage, 27.3%. So that means we're really taking 58,800 divided by, to get rid of the percent, you move the decimal 2 places to the left. So it's going to be in front of the 2. So 0.273. When you do that, you get 215,384.6. So you want to round it to the nearest whole number, so the number in front of the decimal. So we're deciding if the 4 is going to stay like it is or go up. If the number after it is 5 or larger, it has to go up 1. So my final answer is 215,385 doctors. An international company has 13,400 employees in one country. So 13,400. If this represents 33.4%, that's the percentage of the company's employees, how many employees does it have in total? So we are going to do 13,400 divided by, get rid of the percent, move the decimal 2 places to the left, 0.334. So when you do that, you get 40,119.7. You have to decide what to do with the number in front of the decimal. So that 9 is either, that 19 actually, because it's a 9, you got to look at both numbers in front of the decimal. So that 19 is either going to stay or go up to 20. Well, since the number after the decimal is larger than a 5, you're going to go up. So 40,120 employees.